Hello everyone, my name is Desy Crisyanti. I am from Universitas Internasional Batam. I am a university student, college student in Universitas Internasional Batam. And today I will discuss about Situs as one of my project, as my individual project in Hukum Perdata Internasional or Private International Law subject. It is my project, individual project. So, what is Situs? Situs, or known as Lex Recite, maybe you will hear this more because it is more well known in the internet as Lex Recite. How to spell it? I will say it. I will list it down below. I will show it how to spell it in here. Ding. So that is how you spell Situs or Lex Recitae in the Indonesian way. So Situs is law of the place where the thing belongs to, or where the thing is, where the thing placed. So that things is in this place. For example, like me, I'm in my room. I'm in Indonesia. But it doesn't apply to human because it is law of the things, where the stuff, and human is human, not benda. So Situs only applies to stuff, things, benda. It can be movable things or unmovable things. It can be invisible things or visible things. Like a lot of things are not visible. Like we know that it exists, but we cannot say it. Like for example, your bank account. Can you see your bank account? No, because bank account is one of the invisible things that we know it exists. Like for example, oxygen. Okay, maybe we can see oxygen. For example, like electricity. We cannot see the electricity itself, but we know that it exists from like our light when on or something like that. Anything. So it can applies to anything. Basically just benda. It can be bergerak, tidak bergerak, just randomly benda. Yang penting itu law untuk benda. So what is Situs anyway? So for example, like if I buy a house in Singapore maybe, that means that the house, the Situs of that house is in Singapore. But there will be a lot of like yang agak kacau, agak rumit, because for example, if I buy a car from America, if I buy a Ford, maybe you know Ford, the car Ford, maybe if I buy a Ford from America or Sweden or anything, then I import it to Indonesia, then I daftarkan itu di Indonesia. That means the Situs is in Indonesia, although the car is from another country. It's not from Indonesia because I register it in Indonesia. It uses the license plate of Indonesia. Although it is from another country, but it is in Indonesia, not where it is from, but where it is. Di mana dia ada, bukan di mana dia berasal. So it's different, okay? But if for like unmovable things such as properties, land, it is impossible, right, for me to buy a land in Singapore, then somehow it is in Indonesia. It is not possible in any kind of way. So if it is for unmovable things, then it will stay there. But if it is for movable things, probably the Situs will change according to how you manage it. So it's different. And what is the purpose of the Situs anyway? Like Situs, as we know, Situs and many other lex that we'll discuss by another people, not me, because it is not my topic. So Situs is one of the many principles of private international law. So what is the use of Situs? Why we are learning about Situs? First of all, we will discuss about the private international law itself. Okay, so private international law. Private international law means a dispute there's no need to be any dispute, just basically private law between people from different nations, because private law digabung dengan international. International means different countries lah, more than one country, so it is international. But it doesn't have to be like your origin, like I'm from this country and this one from, like I'm from Indonesia and B from Indonesia, but somehow we bought a house in Malaysia. That means it is international already, because it consists of one international element, which is the Situs of the house that we bought is in Malaysia, so it is private international law somehow. So Situs is one of the consideration of taking the choice of law in private international law dispute. Like if I were to bought a house, then I bought a house in Malaysia, and so for example I am married to B, then somehow me and B bought a house in Malaysia, then I die. For example, I died, then I will inherit my house, that house from Malaysia, right? Then there is a dispute between B and maybe my kid or something like that, our kid. Then the dispute will take the Situs of our house in Malaysia as one of the consideration on which law that we should use. But not only the Situs, okay, because there is a lot of another principle other than Situs, but this is just an example of what actually the lex and like a lot of lex is used to. So that is why we need to learn about Situs more, we need to learn about any other lex more, but in this case my topic is the Situs, because it is, if we are in private international law dispute, we will have to know about the principles that will take that will serve as consideration of which law we are using, which choice of law, which forum we are using, and a lot of it more complicated stuff. So Situs is basically law of the place, a law of the place where the thing is, or where the thing is placed. That is the short of Situs or lex re sitae. So next we will discuss about the real cases that consist of Situs, real international cases that consist Situs inside. In this case, I won't say about not every cases have the real dispute, but I will make up the dispute, like if this happens then how, if that happens then how. Not all of it like got the real dispute, but some of it will have some real dispute. So for the first case, I will tell you about the case of murder of Angeline. Maybe you all will know about the case of murder of Angeline because it is so well known, like, right? It's like many years ago, like just a few years ago, like not that many, just a few years ago. So in short, Angeline is foster child of two people. She has two foster parents, like one pair lah, a pair of foster parents, for a foster mom and a foster dad. So her foster mom is Indonesian and her foster dad is American. His name is Douglas something. So we just call him Douglas, okay? And you know the murder of Angeline, it is very sad because the case really hurt a lot of people's heart, because 8 years old Angeline allegedly being murdered by her own foster mother because of the inheritance that she inherited from her foster father. But we will not talk about the criminal, we will not talk about the murdering case, we will not talk about the murder, we will not talk about the sad stuff, we will just talk about the private law in this case. Okay, as we know that Angeline inherited like most of the because Douglas died, and then Angeline being his legal adopted child, so she inherited a lot of inheritance from him. Then we will just talk about the inheritance, okay? So in the Acta Notaris that is made, Angeline is legal adopted child of Margaret and Douglas. Margaret is her foster mom and Douglas is her foster dad. Douglas passed away. Then Douglas inherited his inheritance to mostly to Angeline lah, but Margaret also dapat, but not as much as Angeline, allegedly. Okay, this is what I read in the news at the internet. So allegedly, I did not confirm anything about this, but as I know that Douglas has two, although Douglas is an American, but Douglas has two properties that is listed in Indonesia, because Douglas has been living in Indonesia, or more precisely Bali, since since he was young or anything. Then he got married to Margaret, anything. Yeah, the name is that lah. So according to the news, Douglas has two properties in Indonesia, one being in Bekasi and another one being in Bali. So the Situs in here is the property, because property as unmovable things that belongs to one place, that is in one place, which is Bekasi and Bali. We did not talk about the part of the countries, but we just talk about the countries, okay? Because internationally we did not talk about like this is located in this part of country. We just know that Bekasi and Bali is Indonesia, okay? So the Situs in here is Indonesia. Why I just take this case as private international law? Because first of all, we know that Douglas is an Indonesian, okay? Then Margaret is Indonesian, is indeed Indonesian, and where they made the Acta Notaris untuk mengangkat si Angeline itu in Indonesia. So this is between more than one countries already, because like Douglas is an Indonesian. So if we just talk about the private law, if memang the inheritance, kita cuma ngomong tentang inheritance dia, berarti di sini if there is any dispute lah, if any dispute, so the Situs is Indonesia, jelas, because the properties, the houses, the villas or anything yang di Bekasi and di Bali is in Indonesia. It is one of the Situs. If there is any dispute between the ahli waris, then the Indonesia as the Situs will take will consider as one of the consideration in taking the choice of law. So basically Situs is that kind of thing. So yeah, do people understand what I'm talking about? If I am about to putar-putar because I use both like English and Indonesian, because my English kind of sucks and my Indonesian also kind of sucks, so it is mixed ya. Jadi basically situs dari kasus ini kita bisa lihat itu ya rumah yang berada di Bekasi dan di Bali, yaitu Bekasi dan Bali itu bagian dari Indonesia, berarti rumahnya situsnya di Indonesia. Gitulah contohnya dari Situs. Kalau misalnya ada sengketa, nah itu berarti bakal ditulis tuh Situsnya di Indonesia. Jadi kira-kira choice of law-nya bakal di mana gitu. Kan kalau misalnya tentang lex ini kan bukan cuma Situs, ada yang lain juga, ada lex patriae, lex lain-lain ya kan. Kan bukan cuma Indonesia. Cuma kan ini ya consideration gitulah, salah satu consideration-nya. Okay, the next case that I will discuss about is maybe one of the recent famous news. Maybe we all know about this already, but in case a lot of people doesn't know, we will talk about Heri Tano Subijo as one of the wealthiest people in Indonesia. Siapa itu Haritano Soebidjo? Haritano Soebidjo is a politician and also he is a billionaire. He owns like literally MNC Group. He is the director of MNC Group. What is MNC Group? For those of you that don't know, MNC Group is a really big group, a really big company in Indonesia, which owns like the television channel that you see, television show that you see, like RCTI, Global TV, and also MNC TV. So Haritano Soebidjo has recently bought a very expensive mansion, which is the Donald Trump mansion. No, it's not the Donald Trump mansion. It just, yeah. But in this news, it stated that the source is from CNBC Indonesia, okay? CNBC Indonesia stated that Haritano Soebidjo bought a mansion in Beverly Hills, California, Los Angeles, America. The mansion that he bought is Donald Trump's. It's Trump's mansion. It cost him around approximately $13.5 million or 193.32 miliar rupiah, which is a lot of money. So Haritano Soebidjo is Indonesian, as we know. He just bought a house or a mansion, a property in America, which makes the lex situs of that house is in America. If there is any case, any dispute between maybe inheritance things, because rich people always somehow got dispute in inheritance, as we know that Haritano Soebidjo has 3 daughters and a wife. If suddenly he died or he passed away someday and there is dispute between his ahli waris, then this house as the one of the inheritance will serve as the lex situs of this house, will be taken as consideration on which choice of law that will be used in the dispute or in the case lah. Jadi nggak pasti. This one is not certain that. It doesn't mean that if lex situs ada berarti certainly lex situs bakal dipakai sebagai choice of law, because lex situs is only one of the many principle. It's not only about lex situs, it is a lot of other principle that will taking as consideration. Jadi di sini kalau misalnya beneran nih ada ini nih namanya ada sengketa ahli waris mungkin, ya kan sebagai salah satu barang warisan ya berarti ya, sebagai salah satu harta waris, berarti ini juga ada lex situsnya di sini. Itu berarti lex situsnya jelas di Amerika karena mansion ini letaknya di Amerika. Mansion nggak bisa dipindah-pindah, nggak bisa dipindah ke Indonesia, ya letaknya di situ aja karena mansion is unmovable things, bukan movable things, kecuali movable things. Kalau movable things pun, kalau movable things yang masih di Amerika dan terdaftarnya di Amerika, misalnya dia ada mobil di Amerika atau gimana, ya tetap aja lex situs dari mobil itu di Amerika. So if one people, for example inheritance ya, kalau inheritance dari gak mungkin cuman one stuff to inherit, pasti a lot of harta juga, gak mungkin cuman mention itu, gak mungkin cuman ini, pasti banyak. Jadi lex situs tuh bisa banyak, lex situs not only one, tergantung case-nya dan tergantung seberapa banyak barang yang ada di sana. Bahkan bisa jadi gak ada lex situs dalam satu case karena itu tergantung semuanya, gak pasti. So we have been talking about the unmovable things for lex situs example. Jadi untuk contoh lex situs kita selalu ngomong tentang barang yang nggak bisa bergerak, barang benda tidak bergerak ya kan. So we will talk about invisible things that is movable. For example, bank accounts. Like we know that recently Hong Kong is in real situation right now. Bener-bener kacau di Hong Kong sekarang.
嘅產品。
Sangat kacau. Bahkan you know Hong Kong got a lot of billionaire, a lot of millionaire, a lot of rich people. So rich people in Hong Kong are afraid because they are afraid that if Hong Kong really goes down, Hong Kong benar-benar kacau, harta mereka bakal hilang. Mereka takut harta mereka habis. Mereka takut duit mereka yang di bank-bank di sana itu suatu saat bisa hilang begitu aja. Jadi they already take the precaution of this thing. They are afraid because kita ngomong soal harta ya, wajar kalau orang itu takut. So a lot of billionaire in Hong Kong already like open bank accounts in different countries, not in Hong Kong. Many of them make a bank account in European country, but many of them also make the bank account in Asian country like Singapore, Malaysia. Mereka banyak bikin di Standard Chartered banyak di situ. Terus ada bikin di UBS also. Dan untuk hal ini, walaupun bank account, as we know that our money in bank account, we can just transfer it to anywhere lah. But imagine this, if probably like one of the billionaire died, then the money is still in that account. That account created in Singapore. Misalnya nih, kan nggak semua bank tuh punya cabang internasional. Then if they wanted to put money in, they want to deposit money in Singapore, they will use Singaporean currency. Like probably use Singaporean currency, or intinya itu kayak like situsnya itu jelas di Singapura karena bank accountnya di Singapura. Bank accountnya itu created and based di Singapura. Walaupun sekarang bank account bisa ditarik uangnya di mana-mana aja karena sekarang tuh nggak ribet, Mastercard, Visa mau tarik di mana aja, it's okay. Like contoh Standard Chartered itu nggak cuma di Singapura, Standard Chartered ada di mana-mana. Tapi tergantung juga kamu bikin di Standard Chartered yang di mana, kamu bikin bank yang di mana. Misalnya lah sekarang kita contoh kayak bank lain lah, OCBC, like CIMB, CCB. Banyak bank-bank yang udah banyak cabang di negara-negara lain dan memang bisa ditarik di negara lain. Tapi tetap itu di mana bank kamu bikin, ya di mana itu letaknya. Walaupun itu invisible thing, you cannot see that your bank account di sana, but you cannot see the bentuknya, ngerti nggak? Nggak bisa lihat bentuknya karena itu kan berbasis online, udah jelas banget. Duitnya aja di dalamnya kan di banknya, bukan sama kamu. Jadi walaupun itu nggak bisa dilihat, tapi udah jelas banget like situsnya tetap di mana kamu bikin dan di mana bank itu, akun itu aktif, ngerti nggak? Akun itu aktifnya di mana? Akun itu tuh terdaftarnya di bank mana, terdaftarnya di bank mana, di negara mana. Kayak jadi itu tuh jadi like situsnya otomatis. Ini tuh untuk kasus-kasus bank account ini mungkin baru ya. Karena kan bank account dulu-dulu mana ada sih, dulu-dulu nggak pakai bank account lah, dulu-dulu palingan ya yang gitu-gitu aja lah. Mungkin untuk kasus like situsnya bank account ini baru-baru ini yang lagi nge-booming banget. Orang mah dulu mana jarang banget lah, kayak kamu tinggalnya di Indonesia tapi kamu buka banknya di tempat lain, kayak mungkin cuma orang-orang kaya-kaya banget atau gimana. Cuman kalau untuk sekarang ini tuh topiknya udah hot banget karena banyak orang yang kayak gitu. Kalau misalnya di kasus selanjutnya, ini kan kita dari tadi ngomongin kasus asli, kita dari tadi ngomongin kasus nyata. For the next case, I will tell you about the real case, but it doesn't have any source because it happened to me. Like, the case is berasal dari my family, dari my relative lah. So, gak punya proof asli. Maybe some of you nggak percaya, nggak apa-apa, karena sekarang saya cuma kasih contoh aja gitu. Jadi kalau misalnya untuk bank account ini ya contohnya ya, bakal saya jelasin lagi lebih lanjut. Jadi untuk bank account ini ya, misalnya nih the billionaire died and then biasa inheritance bermasalah, warisan bermasalah, sengketa waris lagi. Nah, itu tuh situsnya bakal otomatis bank itu jelas dong. Bank itu misalnya Standard Chartered, dia bikinnya di Singapura, dia daftarnya di Singapura, duitnya dia dimasukinnya di Singapura. Kayak terdaftarnya itu udah jelas di Standard Chartered-nya Singapura. Walaupun Standard Chartered nggak cuma di Singapura, udah jelas situsnya bakal di Singapura. Karena di mana letak data utamanya gitu, ngerti nggak? Bukan kayak pusat data ya, tapi lebih ke datanya itu didaftarkan di mana. Itu untuk unmovable things ya. Jadi agak sulit untuk menilai unmovable things sebenarnya daripada untuk movable things dan invisible things. Karena ini udah jelas invisible ya. Sorry, bukan unmovable. Saya ralat sedikit. Udah jelas ini movable dan invisible lagi. Jadi agak susah ya, kita nggak bisa melihat emang bener nggak itu di situ. Tapi kalau misalnya kita mikir pakai logika, ya emang benar kan, saya bikin banknya di sana, ya otomatis banknya itu saya bikin akun banknya di sana. Walaupun saya bisa tarik itu duitnya di mana-mana, tetap aja itu bank berasal dari sana, tetap aja akunnya ada di sana gitu loh contohnya. Mungkin ini agak lebih sulit dimengerti ya. Terus the next case, saya kasih example case untuk movable things but visible. Jadi dia movable dan dia visible, bukan kayak yang tadi. Tadi kan movable dan invisible ya jelas ya. Kalau ini movable nih misalnya, movable things dan visible. For example, car. Like a lot of rich people nowadays buying car from another country. But some of it really, like for example, if I bought a car, misalnya nih, saya beli mobil di luar, itu tuh kasusnya beda ya. Kalau misalnya saya beli mobil di Singapura, terus saya daftarin di Singapura, saya bayar pajaknya Singapura, saya daftar itu pakai license plate-nya Singapura, otomatis situsnya mobil itu Singapura. Karena saya belinya dari sana, saya daftarnya pun di sana, saya pakainya pun di sana, letaknya pun di sana. Kalau visible things itu gampang lihatnya. Visible things ya lihat aja letaknya di mana gitu. Tapi lain kata kalau misalnya kayak saya beli mobil di Indonesia, tapi kebetulan dia lagi servis di Singapura, nah itu enggak. Walaupun iya emang tempatnya di sana, tapi kan terdaftarnya nggak di sana. Itulah gunanya pendaftaran. Tapi kalau misalnya kasusnya begini, saya beli mobil dari Singapura, saya kirim ke Indonesia, letaknya di Indonesia udah jelas karena saya kirim ke Indonesia, saya orang Indonesia, saya kirim ke Indonesia, saya daftarnya di Indonesia, saya pakai license plate-nya Indonesia, yaitu BP sekian-sekian, mungkin kalau itu untuk Batam ya BP ya. Berarti otomatis itu udah jelas situsnya Indonesia, karena nomor satu letak terdaftar di mana dan letaknya di mana. Itu yang penting di kasus situs, karena seperti yang sudah dijelaskan, situs itu hukum mengenai di mana benda tersebut berada. Bisa berupa benda bergerak, benda tidak bergerak, benda yang berwujud, dan juga benda yang tidak berwujud. Karena benda ini relatif ya. Benda, semuanya itu termasuk benda. Bisa dibilang benda itu ya banyak, nggak cuman benda bergerak, benda ini benda nggak terlihat apa. Jadi ini semua tuh ada hukumnya gitu. Ini semua tuh ada situsnya. Kalau untuk benda tuh lebih biasanya situs. Jadi itu bedanya antara kamu import mobil, walaupun mobil itu berasal dari mana. Jadi patokannya itu bukan cuman berasal, bukan dari asalnya doang. Patokannya itu bukan cuman, berarti 3 lebih ke patokan kalau untuk barang bergerak yang visible, yang bisa dilihat, yang berwujud. Itu lebih ke letak benda itu, terdaftarnya di mana, asalnya dari mana. Sebenarnya lebih gampangnya sih terdaftarnya aja sih. Soalnya kalau misalnya benda itu memang berian entah dari mana, namanya mobil ya udah jelas import ya. Udah jelas mobil tuh pasti impor, jadi ya entah dari mana ya kan. Tapi kan kalau misalnya kamu beli mobilnya di luar, walaupun kamu belinya di luar, tapi kalau letaknya di sini dan daftarnya di sini ya tetap aja ya kan, situsnya tetap bakal Indonesia gitu. Jadi ya gitulah.
Jadi terima kasih udah nonton video aku. Sorry kalau misalnya suara aku agak serak di sini. Thank you all for watching my video. If I got anything wrong in this video, I apologize before because I just read it from like the internet or the news. If there is anything wrong, I beg your pardon. And don't forget to like this video and comment down below. Thank you guys.